everyone, John David here. Welcome to this channel. So we are going to talk about one cheaper gaming laptop that I think you should buy too if you're looking for one. Now, in my case, that I wanted to buy a productivity laptop, and so for that I bought this. This is the ASUS TUF A17. You have probably seen the unboxing, right? So why I bought this one over the IdeaPad at that price as well? Now, first and foremost thing is that IdeaPad Gaming 3 at the time was sitting at the same price, and it is the Ryzen 5 4600H model, and that was having the Ryzen 5 50 600H. At the same time, there was a model of Intel Core i5 1110. Now, I didn't want to buy Intel models. That's a different thing. But there was a model like that, and I was about to buy it, but I skipped it at the last moment because I was also looking at this one. So first of all, this is not a review, by the way. I'm still testing this one out, and this is my personal laptop, so I'm going to test even further. So wait for that one. So let me start with the specification first, then I will tell you something about the displays and all the stuff. Now, this one comes with Windows 11 Home pre-installed, so not the Pro model. As for the processor, it's the Ryzen 5 4600H, 6-core, 12 threads, 11 MB cache memory, and 4 GHz max boost. Now, in terms of graphics though, it comes with NVIDIA 1650, which has a 4 GB VRAM if you don't know. As for the screens though, it is a massive 7.3 inch screen, Full HD 1080p, 16:9, IPS panel, anti-glare display. I mean, there is a coating on top of it. sRGB is 62.5, which is pretty but I will talk about that in the future. Refresh rate is 144 Hz, adaptive sync and Optimus is there. So it's actually good. Now, as for the RAM though, the max RAM you can have is 32 GB, but it comes with 8 GB DDR4 3200 MHz. As for the storage, 512 GB PCIe Gen 3 NVMe M.2 SSD. It will come with one 3.5mm audio jack, one HDMI 2.1 port, and they're going to be 3 USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A port, one RJ45 LAN port, and the best part is that there is a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C port with DisplayPort out. As far as the keyboard and touchpad is concerned, the touchpad has the 2 physical buttons. If someone prefers that, then it's there. I don't. It's a different thing. The keyboards are backlit keyboard and they are full of RGB, so you can tweak the colors if you want in Armoury Create software, so that's actually good. And you can also tweak the performance as well. As for the front camera though, there is 720p camera, but there is no switch to turn it off manually, but you have a LED indicator for that if it's on. So as for the built-in software, there is a DTS software for audio stuffs, and it also comes with AI noise cancelling technology, built-in microphones, and 2 speaker systems. As for the network and communication, it has Wi-Fi 6 built-in, Bluetooth 5.1, and there is a 90 watt-hour battery in it, a literally 90 watt-hour, massive one. Now, as for the power brick though, it's a 150 watt AC adapter, so you don't have to worry about it. And if you want to know about the dimension, it looks like this, and it weighs around 2.6 kilograms or 5.73 pounds. Now, as for my device though, it came with a 6 months of Microsoft Office Premium, and it also comes with 1 month Xbox Game Pass. It could have been 3 months though, I would have loved that, but anyway, that's for all there. So these are the specifications. Now, here's a small little things that I would point out even if you don't watch my review video, because by the time you're watching, I've been probably using it for a month. So this display, it's a 45% NTSC display, which is 62.5% sRGB, and I don't really like it. As simple as that. Now, my case is different. Why? Because I have a color accurate monitor and I can see the colors popping out of it, and this one can't even produce that color because it's just not capable. It doesn't have all those colors. Yeah, you can tweak how much you want. You can click on the function V button to switch to vivid mode, and you have a good enough display to look at YouTube videos and even edit videos, but it is nowhere recommended. Photoshopping or color management things, where there is color involved, that's the thing you shouldn't do it on it. But that doesn't mean you can't really do it on it. You can hook a monitor with it and bam, that's it. I do it. Now, there is a reason why I bought this one over an IdeaPad Gaming 3 that had Ryzen 5 5600H. That is a much better processor than this one. Same 1650. So why I chose this one? First and foremost thing, it's the keyboard. This is an RGB keyboard and I love this one. Now, I am not a fan of RGB, as you can see, there are white lights everywhere. I usually put a white light on, but sometimes I just really prefer to just see one static color. I don't like the color switching thing, but I just want to have one teal color, one dark green color. You can have certain bit of colors. Now, there is Armoury Create software, which also allows you to do certainly a lot of things that you might not even know. So there is the three options for performance, turbo, and silent. Don't even put it in silent mode. That doesn't make sense. It will warm up the computer pretty much all the time. Even if you're doing some lighter bit of task, to switch it to performance mode, it's the best mode, I would probably say, because it will never cut down the performance. It will never heat it up. At the same time, the fans will not kick in unless and until it is really necessary. So the usual temperature always sits around like 35, which is the real idle temperature, to like 42 or something like that. But once you put it in silent mode, it will immediately jump to 52, 53, even when you're not doing anything. You don't have to click any buttons, do anything, open any software, nothing. It just automatically manages things. Now you can also have the NVIDIA control panel, so that's where you can choose which app will use the NVIDIA GPU and which app won't. There's so many things that good things to talk about it. One of the good things that I would say, like why I skipped the Lenovo laptop in the first place, like I was about to click on the buy button and I just skipped it. There is one cool thing that I want to talk about is that USB-C port comes with display port out, and that's why I can use these two displays. On the Lenovo side though, you can probably use only one display, and that freaked me out the moment I saw it. I'm like, you have a USB-C port that is not supporting this display port out? Stupid. This one also have one big problem with the USB-C port, and that is that it doesn't support charging through that. Power delivery isn't there, so that's actually a lackluster thing. I probably would have wanted it. That is coming with the new generation ASUS TUF A17 that launched in CES. You don't really need to know about that, but that is coming with it. But these ones don't really have it. This one even has the best looking space bar, but I don't really like the brush finish all around. Like the fingerprints, it's a fingerprint magnet for bizarre reason because of this texture alone. It's fingerprint magnet. I just don't know why they chose this kind of finish on it, but it may look good to some people, which I also don't think bad about. Now, the trackpad is pretty good. I like it, but as for the speakers though, I have one big complaint. I have an iPad Pro M1, and this one has some insane quad speaker system. I hate the speakers on it. They're loud, they will satisfy you probably. When you're gaming, it's fine. But when you're listening music, let's say Weekend or Post Malone or stuff like that, those musics will not sound good on it. You can take whatever you want, it will not produce the bass. There is none of that bass in it. And this is what I'm saying because I use an iPad and I know how good of a speaker these are. Like these sounds are way better than those ones. And on top of that, I have like studio monitors. If you want to see the unboxing of those studio monitors, check out that one. Buy them. I mean, if you're buying this laptop, buy the studio monitors. They're great. They're proper studio monitors. They're not speakers. They're normal speakers. So in that scenario, I hear them. So in my ears, these speakers are cheap because of the 17-inch form factor. How can they not put a good enough bassy speakers in it? I don't have an idea about that. And one other thing, even though it's still a 17-inch model, because it is using the same parts of the 15-inch model, that's why the trackpad is much smaller than it should have been. But that's the thing you're gonna get when you are buying a cheaper gaming laptop. And if you're thinking of the benchmarks, I don't really like to talk about the benchmarks, but I will give it a small little idea of like this website. You can go to this website and you can check out if you want like how good of a performance it is. But that's probably it. I have no complaints about this device except for the display and the speakers. But performance wise, there is nothing to complain about, at least for my kind of usage where I use Resolve. Now talking about the Resolve though, if you're thinking of video editing, you can do 4K editing, 1080p editing, fine. 4K editing, you will need to create proxies to edit on Resolve, and I do use Resolve, so that's what I'm saying. And the export time is twice that of the real time. So like if it's a 10-minute video, massive video project cut down to 10 minutes, then it will take about 20 minutes to export that in full 4K and good quality. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna say. But you need to create proxies, otherwise 4K footages, even with iPhone footages, 8-bit footages are not usable. So yeah, that's probably it. That's all the things that I needed to say in a first impression video. I think that's a lot. I already said so. Yeah, bye. So yeah, that's about it. If you want to see more episodes like this, then definitely do like this video and do subscribe this channel. Also, visit my website, joindavid.com. Link down below. It's for everything. So you're gonna get all these and more tech news way faster than these videos. So definitely visit it. You can also find a lot of 8K wallpapers over there. So why not? Just visit it. Until the next episode, bye and take care.